Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ballet Rain. Your most trusted, very favorite ballet nerds on the internet are back with their blowtorches. Today we're going to be looking at some questionable ballet stock photos that our team has pulled from the deep recesses of the internet. And I'm sure you all know that stock photos are world-renowned for being the most accurate depiction of any given subject under the sun.
So clearly we're expecting some extremely accurate results.
Just kidding.
It's a joke.
Stock photos are known to be notoriously bad. So we thought it would just be fun to look through them, review them, maybe give some insight on the telltale signs of a good ballet shot and a not so good ballet shot. And hopefully y'all will be able to tell the difference by the end of this video. So, if you are ready, hit the like button and we will roll.
Snacky time.
Make sure y'all get some snacks too.
Yes,
Not a lot left.
it's like the little dusty bits.
Yeah. They're veggie chips.
Yes, we eat veggie chips with chopsticks. The most bestest utensil known to mankind. Get your snack and let us know what you're eating in the comments.
We might cut this section out.
But if you're seeing it, you're blessed. So we have with us a bunch of ballet stock photos before us. I'm seeing the thumbnails, quite questionable right off the bat, but here we go. We're gonna take y'all through it. We'll let you know,
What we think.
yeah. Okay.
Alright, so first one.
Oh. My knees are hurting right now.
Oh.
I'm not joking.
If you look at her supporting leg, her foot is in a turned out line, whereas her knee is coming straight towards the camera.
That can't be good for you. In ballet, we always try to maintain the alignment of the hip and the knee, the ankle, and the foot all kind of going in the same direction. Aside from my knees hurting, the outfit choices.
The socks are an interesting choice. Usually we don't wear socks per se in our point shoes.
No, especially
Like-
not knee-high socks.
Yeah.
That would be cute with some sneakers or something.
Yeah.
And the ribbons you would never tie on the front of your foot.
When you're a dancer, when you're really using your feet a lot, you're dancing
Yeah.
long hours, the bows had the tendency to like slide out, you know, you could just pull it out and it would come loose really easily. We always tie our shoes in a double knot.
Double knot.
And then tuck all the ribbons in so that it stays a little more secure.
Also, aesthetically, in ballet, we want everything to be as sleek and as streamlined as possible.
Yeah.
And the bow just adds extra fluff at the ankle, which is definitely not authentic to the traditional ballet aesthetic.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to do it be artsy, then I mean, anything can really fly. Just take our thoughts and actually this whole video with a grain of salt. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is subjective, of course. It's
Yeah.
fashion.
For the sake of the art.
Yeah, but if you're trying to go for, you know, pure classical traditional ballet aesthetic, this one's not quite
there. Alright, second one. Oh dear. So this is what most people would imagine when you say ballerina.
Yeah.
You know, the pink tutu.
Pink.
All those like light white pink colors. My main issue is the point shoes laced all the way up to the knees. This one has been debunked multiple times by multiple different dancers, so we're not gonna talk too much about it. But yes, they do cross and they have that nice effect, but they don't go all the way up because the
No.
moment you start dancing, those ribbons are gonna slide.
They're gonna slide down and become a puddle.
So, I mean, there's not really much else to say. It's just, you know, it's your typical picture of a ballerina. Although in reality, we do wear a lot of other colors and a
Yeah.
lot of other styles.
Uh-huh.
And so yes, while this is safe enough, keep in mind that there are a lot of different colors that we wear. We don't just wear pink.
Yeah. We like black because it doesn't show sweat so much.
That's true. That's true.
Number 3.
Ooh.
Took me a while to realize it was a dance photo. I mean, it's not really a dance photo aside from the point shoe that she's trying to put on over her black socks.
Yeah, again, we don't really wear socks inside our shoes.
Especially not black, just because the contrast is so great.
Yeah, you would just never really put your socks in your shoes just because, like, a point shoe, it's not a regular shoe.
Yeah.
It's almost an extension of your foot. You don't want anything too bulky, I guess, in your shoes.
And the high contrast, too, adds
Yeah.
extra visual bulk, if not physical
Yeah.
bulk.
It's hard to tell whether or not she's actually a dancer because
Yeah.
she's just sitting there. Even if she had just put a point shoe on her bare foot,
That would have been a fine photo,
Yeah,
actually.
it would have been fine.
Just nix the socks. It would have been a nice photo, actually.
Yeah, it's literally just the socks.
It's just the socks. That's all.
Alrighty. We're really rocketing through these.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
think
getting the impression that she may be a dancer.
she has nice feet.
She does have nice feet.
And
Posture's nice.
Yeah, the line of her leg is good.
Uh-huh.
The bun is questionable. Usually we don't want anything to stick out too much from our head. Just aesthetically, we usually want a cleaner line. But I think for a photo shoot, it might be different. And as for the black point shoes, we almost never wear black point shoes unless you're in a really...
A characterized role.
Yeah. I mean, black ribbons... Usually we don't do black ribbons.
We've seen productions where they do have the black point shoes and the black ribbons.
Yeah.
Although those are for more a whimsical character, and usually it's a more modern piece as well.
Yeah, for sure.
If you were going to wear black point shoes, like sometimes in a traditional swan lake, they'll have the Spanish dancers wear black point shoes, but they will have ribbons that match their tights, so like pink ribbons.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're just wearing the black shoe, but there's no ribbons.
Yeah.
And that generally creates a much longer and cleaner line rather than having the black ribbons just like strangling your ankle.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
a bad way to say it. But
like it kind of like cuts the line of the leg. Which
It does.
is the opposite of what we want to do in ballet. This one's probably the best of the ones that we've seen so far.
So far,
I would
yeah.
say. The pose-wise, she really looks like she could at least have had some dance training.
Yeah, or at least understand some of the rules of the aesthetics in ballet. I like that she picked up the downstage leg.
Yes.
So that it's crossed. I appreciate that a lot. I also like the framing, the negative space is nice. But.
Yeah, from a photography standpoint.
Right away, my brain went, wait a minute, something's not right here.
Wait, hold on.
Does she have
I'm
two
struggling.
left legs?
Wait, that is definitely
That's the inside of her leg, I'm
Really?
quite
Are
sure.
you sure? Oh yeah, the calf muscle you would have.
Yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
the inside of a leg, not the
That's
outside.
right.
They, no joke.
Wait, how does that... Wait, is she just like in a... No.
No, that's...
Now
Did they just copy and paste someone's leg and stick it...
Hold up.
Oh my goodness! She's clearly a dancer.
She is clearly a dancer.
But they just somehow lost her leg in the big skirt and then decided just to paste an extra one.
Yeah,
She's
sure.
definitely a dancer. It's just the editor just did a very interesting science experiment to see what a human would look like with two left legs.
Why?
I'm sure it looked so beautiful before. And it's funny because if that was her leg, the skirt would be going over it. You don't even see any sign of the skirt going that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Wait, can
A masterpiece.
someone edit me in this pose? I want two left legs now. I'm starting to think this has to be intentional.
Yeah, maybe we just got trolled. We just got trolled by Shutterstock.
Oh no.
Okay.
Moving on, let's go to the next one. Okay.
The lighting's cool.
Lighting is cool. And I've seen these photo shoots where they have like the flower
Yeah.
and they like throw it around.
Yeah,
or, like,
that's cool.
Chalk dust or flour.
Yeah, chalk dust
I
or
always
flour.
thought it was flour.
Yeah. I think it... Ugh. Can you imagine dancing on chalk?
Oh,
Oh!
flour. It's the flour.
Drink. Okay.
How could
Oh,
you? All right. So the actual pose, she's in a retro back. I think
Yeah.
she was sort of in a in-between moment because
Well, it looks like she was in a turn, so
Yeah.
it was probably intentional.
costume is. Again, black tights in
your
your
shoes.
shoes. She does have them tied correctly. They're breaking really low on her though.
That doesn't look... I mean, some people like their shoes breaking lower, but that honestly looks like they're a little bit on the softer side
Yeah.
than would be safe. If it's a photo shoot, sometimes we opt for dead shoes just because it's a little easier to work with,
But those look uncomfortably low, you know?
Yeah, it looks like she might be knuckling.
I wish they had, I mean, maybe the photographers didn't have a proper tutu to put her in. So they put her in kind of like a fluffy, short one.
It just gives off more amateur vibes, forgive me. But I mean,
Does it look professional? Maybe not as much as it could be. but
yeah.
They were probably working within you know, the constraints of what they had.
But I like that she has a really high reture. There's some good stuff in this one, but I think there's some that we could do better.
Yeah.
But overall, it looks like...
We'll let y'all draw your conclusions on this one. There are some pluses and some minuses to it, but
yeah,
all in all, it's okay.
It's okay.
Classic tying the point shoe shot. Her ribbons look short.
Way too short.
But honestly, it looks legit. Like the way she placed her elastic and ribbon. It's like where you sew them onto the shoe.
Yeah, that part's pretty nice. And the invisible elastic, also authentic.
Also legit.
I love invisible elastics.
They appear to fit her feet pretty well.
She has a nice mobility in her ankle too. Just wish she wasn't sickling. It's slight. It's slight.
Really
but I mean,
slight.
if you're tying your ribbons, you kind of need to see your foot. So I mean, whatever.
It looks like she's even like wearing toe pads in her shoes and stuff. So
Yeah.
This genuinely looks pretty legit.
It does look legit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put one note about her nails though.
Yeah.
It depends on which school you are in, but nail polish may or may not be permissible.
Oh, yeah,
For
yeah.
performances, absolutely not.
That's true.
And the length definitely matters. You would never want to have your nails really long in ballet class, especially if you're doing partnering.
oh yeah.
You can really get injured or injure someone else. So
Yeah.
that's just one note I have about that. But I mean, subjective.
And it's a photo shoot, so.
Yeah, it's a photo shoot.
But it is definitely not typical for like a performance or something.
No, not even class. Like,
No, but genuinely, I'm quite impressed. This
Yeah.
looks pretty legit.
yeah, she does.
This is a believable picture.
Believable.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, how you think Google and the interweb is doing in terms of portraying ballet in photographs. Let's go to the next one. Really trying not to laugh.
I would love to meet the photographers or the person who kind of designed the concept of this shoot.
Look at the guy in the background. He's like, I didn't see anything.
Let's break this down.
I don't.
Again with the black tights and the shoes.
Yeah, not only black tights, but ripped black tights.
Yeah, rips are also a really big no-no.
Big no-no.
Like, it's not like jeans in the regular world where you can rip them as a fashion statement.
No, like, we had some teachers who considered ripped tights like an act of disrespect. Like, that's how bad ripped tights are. I mean, if it's an accident and it happened in class, it's fine.
Yeah.
But you don't come in with your tights ripped, especially
Not this much.
that much. And then, I mean, we already talked about wearing black tights in your shoes with the ribbons. I mean,
We have talked ad nauseum about black tights in your shoes.
the tutu, the sparkly petticoat,
Looks
whatever
like-
you call it.
It looks like one of those, you know, the ones you get at like Party City. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like a Halloween costume.
I understand working with what you got, but
Yeah.
who gave her the idea? Like, you're gonna go on a train, you're gonna hoist yourself in the air, and you're gonna try and get into a split.
It's an interesting combination.
It is a very interesting combination. I'm all for like ballet in urban places. I think it can.
The photographs can come out really nice,
And
but
it's-
this wasn't one of those for
One
photos.
thing I wish is that she hadn't worn an elastic on her wrist.
Yeah, countless times we hear teachers being, take that off your wrist, don't take that thing off your wrist.
Like even
it-
watches and stuff.
yeah, watches, no bracelets, especially not like the dangly ones, and then no elastics on your wrist, not the little bands, unless it's like a medical thing.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's medical, I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine.
For
but-
sure.
But
the pose, I'm not even gonna go into that. It's very bad.
it just doesn't look tasteful.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on.
That's a very interesting floor.
I think it looks like tile. Tile we don't like because tile is usually right on top of the concrete, and the concrete and the tile together are very cold and very hard, not good for the bones. Aside from that, the pose is okay. In essence, it's cute.
Yeah.
I'm all for partner stretching and helping each other get better.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do a stretch, you gotta do it right.
She's like leaning back a little.
Yeah, the supporting knee, it's the hardest thing to get your supporting leg right, but it is absolutely crucial.
It's interesting that she's not really wearing shoes.
The other lady who's stretching her is wearing like those little contemporary shoes
And black tights in your shoes.
and the black tights.
And in your
It doesn't even look like
leotard.
black tights, it looks like black hose, not tights.
Yeah, that's true.
Hose is not the same as tights, okay? Black tights are more opaque.
Yeah.
It has more stretch and more give to it to accommodate the movement that dancers have to do. Hosiery is definitely not the same.
Again, wearing them in your leotard. I mean, maybe some people don't know about that. I'm wondering, around the world, is it a universal thing where you would never wear black tights in your leotard or in your shoes, or is that just like an us thing? So, questionable, but okay.
Whoa!
So she's not wearing ballet clothes, which is fine.
They tried to do the tutu thing, but it looks more like a fashion tutu rather than
like
a ballet tutu. I mean, I don't want to say that I think that she's not a dancer, but
it's dangerous to put someone on point shoes to pose for a photo if they, don't normally wear point shoes. I think the fact that the ribbons are tied in a bow kind of
gives it away. And also the fact that the shoes don't fit her in the slightest. Zoom in. Josephine from the Point Shop, where are you at? We can critique this together. But the creasing at the metatarsals, I think it looks too wide for her. She's sickling a whole lot. The shoes are evidently not the right fit for her.
They're not really supporting
They're not supporting her in the least. You definitely would not be turned so much to the side, just because in general, it's a very unflattering angle. You would want to be more towards the front. Angle just a little bit.
I just don't think the photographers really knew quite how to work with her and what they had.
Yeah.
So, ended up with a subpar photo, but I think if a dancer were there, they could have probably really helped. And she would have had a nice photo because the lighting's cool.
Yeah, the lighting's great.
Yeah, I think we have a beautiful model, so I think we could have made a good shot out of this. But
yeah, for sure.
Missed opportunity, I guess. At least she's not wearing black tights.
But she's not wearing any shoes at all. I'm pretty sure she's not standing on her bare feet.
Yeah, there's no way that could happen.
On her toes.
Because that's actually so painful.
It is very painful. My guess is this was a jump.
Yeah.
And they caught her midair and they pasted her in this misty
islands, I guess?
Yeah.
With seagulls and clouds. Interesting editing choice.
Very interesting.
I would not have thought of that myself. The tutu looks okay.
Yeah, the tutu's okay. Leotard, fine. The one thing I have to say, though, is general upper body posture.
Yeah.
Firstly, her elbows are locked out, hyperextended. If you have hyperextended elbows, your goal is to not do that. In ballet, you definitely don't want to lock out your elbows. It just makes it look very strained and just like uncomfortable.
Yes.
And then the other thing, other than her arms, is her neck.
Oh yeah. It looks a bit
It looks uncomfortably crunched rather than easy and lengthened. I would have liked more of the bend in her back rather than in her neck. That's all.
Honestly, this is a hard pose.
It is.
This is a hard pose to give to somebody because it's really hard to make it look easy and make it not look like you're like, ha!
Yeah.
because
that's how it feels.
That is how it feels.
Yeah, her hands look pretty strained.
Also the elastic.
Yeah, the elastic. I didn't see that before. Yeah. Don't wear elastic on your wrist, kids.
Yeah. Alright, not bad though. I think she did the best with what she was told to do.
Okay.
Black tights in your shoe.
It's like they're doing it on purpose. Like, oh, it emphasizes the fact that we're wearing ribbons. Yeah, that's not the point.
Also, I want to know why she has her ribbons wrapped around so many times. Like, if you look at this foot, the way she wrapped the ribbon is like
it's
really
a
thick band around her ankle.
That's not a flattering look at all. You want to have like one line of
usually
ribbon
we try
as thin as possible.
And I mean, they're tied in a bow. So.
On the outside of your foot. I mean, some people actually do tie them on the outside, but never in a bow, and you never leave them hanging out there, left flapping in the wind.
It's one of the biggest faux pas in ballet, aside from black tights in your shoes and black tights in your leotard, would be letting your ribbons out.
Another thing, just from like a practical standpoint, I get that this is a photo and you can do whatever you want for the photo, but when you tie your shoes, it's actually better to flex your foot while you're doing it rather than pointing it.
That's true!
Because your foot and your ankle kind of expand slightly when you plie, I guess, in ballet terminology, and you want your ribbons to be able to accommodate that. Because if you can't plie because your ribbons are constricting you, you can't dance.
Yeah.
You can't physically
plie
dance.
is everything.
So you want to tie your shoe with your foot flexed.
With your ankle at the widest point.
Yeah, so then you can tie your ribbons and you know that your ribbons will be able to accommodate that movement. But I mean, it's a photo, it's fine. But if you're going to be practical about this, definitely subjective, but general practice usually goes, you flex your foot.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, well, we have no black ties, but we have red shoes. She has 3 elastics. The crisscross, that's 2, and then 1 around the ankle, too. Oh.
I won't mention the spot color, and I'll keep my photography opinion to myself.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
She
elastic.
does look like she has flexible ankles. That's a given. Which some dancers, when they have really flexible ankles, they want extra support by adding extra elastics. But you would do that in a very discreet way. You wouldn't paint those. The crisscross elastic in the front of the foot.
Yeah.
Nah.
Usually you put it like right where your ankle is. You kind of want to have it support that area of your ankle. So
Yeah.
like higher up on your ankle, less low down on your foot.
It's subjective. If you wear your shoes with your elastics forward, I mean, maybe you might use invisible elastics if you really need that extra support. We've known dancers who need that extra support, otherwise they physically can't dance without
like,
rolling over on their feet. But if that's you, you probably wouldn't use thin elastics like this.
Yeah, thick elastics are your best friend. I've seen dancers that have like really thick elastic and it just goes all the way over.
And then vamp elastic, the big thing
vamp
as well.
elastic.
So there's a lot of options. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So they took our advice and put the invisible elastics. In general, this is a very interesting shot. Like just visually
foot.
overall.
Just a foot.
Not even a whole foot. It's just like
Just a foot.
I don't think we really need to say anything about this one. Y'all already know all the faux pas, all of the wrongness of this photograph.
Ribbons, they seem as though they're sewn too far forward on her foot. But it is subjective. Everybody likes the ribbons in a slightly different place.
Right.
Invisible elastics are okay, and the bow is absolutely not. Which, I mean, they were probably trying to make an art statement, so.
The shoe doesn't look like it fits her at all, though. Composition-wise as well, it looks very bad.
I think it would have been nice had they taken the shot of her and her foot was slightly pointed rather than flexed, because right now it looks like her foot is very, very short. It kind of doesn't have that long, beautiful line we're looking for. From a dancer's eye, of course.
Yeah.
From a photography standpoint, it might be different, but I think if she had just pointed her foot, it might lengthen and give a more beautiful shape to the foot.
And maybe give us a little bit more contact, maybe just the ankle at least.
Yeah, a little bit of ankle.
But don't just cut off
just foot.
foot.
She did a black camisole, always a classic
Good
choice.
classic choice. Skirt, fine.
Classic choice.
But
the black tights in
the black tights and the shoes. Why?
There are so many of these.
Why?
I'm actually astounded.
Why is it
because
so popular?
when I was growing up, everyone associated ballet with pink. So it'd be pink everything. It'd be
pink
pink
tights,
leotard,
pink
pink
shoes.
tights, pink shoes. And then all of a sudden, everyone switched to black.
Black is the new pink. It looks like she tied them correctly.
She did tie them correctly.
It's just, what's with the black tights and the pink shoes? Are we missing out on a trend or something?
Yeah, is this a new trend?
Like, is this a new trend? I don't know. Y'all let us know in the box below.
Alright.
The tutu is the best we've seen.
Yeah, it really is. Her makeup is quite impressive. It seems rather dark.
It's a bit too dark, and you see, like, when we zoom out the photo, it just looks like she has black holes for eyes.
Yeah,
Even
but-
if you're playing a dark character,
Yeah.
your eyes are still, they still have to serve a purpose. Your eyes are the window to your soul. No, I'm just joking. Your eyes are what?
It's like covering up your biggest asset as an artist.
Yeah,
Your eyes are
absolutely.
what are going to tell the story. It's going to give that final finesse, that je ne sais quoi.
Yeah,
You know.
for a photo shoot, I mean, whatever, you might be going for the Black Swan movie makeup look.
Which is a separate topic.
Separate
entirely.
topic entirely.
Pose-wise is not bad. Again, I would have loved for her not to be so here.
Yeah,
And to be more here.
it's just a more flattering angle.
Yeah.
For dancers.
And also, you can see more of her face. Our iPad is dying. This might be the last one.
Aside from that, knees obviously should always be straight.
It doesn't look like her ribbons are tucked in.
But at least she's not wearing black tights in her shoes.
That is a plus. That is
She could have
authentic.
turned her wrists some.
Oh, that's true.
but-
Yeah, usually for this one, your wrists are gonna be together.
But if you were to cross them, you wouldn't have your hands facing front.
Yeah, but all in all, I think she definitely looks like she had some training.
Yeah.
There are
I think
small
so.
tweaks would make it a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. We're on the final stretch, folks.
Final stretch.
One more.
I'm questioning if this is even a ballet photo shoot.
She's wearing ballet flats, like
Yeah.
the street shoes, not ballet flats, the ballet slipper.
If you don't know the difference, please reference the little diagram that we made in our very first video ever. Scroll all the way. Actually, don't do that. I was very cringe in that video. But basically, ballet flats do not equal ballet slippers.
It looks like she's wearing one of those gymnastic or like figure skater.
Yeah, figure skater dresses.
I don't know the word. I'm sorry. I'm not a figure skater nor a gymnast, but it's cute.
Yeah.
But it's not classical ballet.
It does look like a figure skating dress.
Yeah,
Or
the
like
fact that it has the nude mesh sleeves that go all the way down.
Yeah.
It looks very gymnastic / figure skater. I'm so sorry.
Watch a gymnast or a figure skater react to our video and roast us. I don't even know if there's much I can say on this one because it doesn't even really look like a ballet
It doesn't look
shoe.
like they were trying. That's not a ballet jump either. It just looks like
Having a
she's
good
having
day,
fun.
yeah.
I don't even know if this is a ballet shot per se.
So all in all, it's not remotely ballet, but it
No.
looks like she's having fun, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
So those were the stock photos that we got to review today. We hope y'all learned a little something. It's really just a matter of knowledge.
Yeah, just education.
Yeah, and education, because ballet culture is, frankly, it's a very elusive kind of
it
culture,
really is.
and it's one that most people and most dancers that want to be immersed in it, usually you learn it by messing up a lot.
Yeah.
And then you just learn it by mistake.
Over
by
years
of trial and error.
Yeah.
That's why we have our channel. So you can learn the ins and outs of the very elusive ballet culture.
We really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and you want a part 2, let us know in the comments. And if you happen to come across any stock ballet photos that made you kind of raise an eyebrow a little bit, send it our way. We'd love to compile all of them, and if we get enough of them, we will have a very fun part 2 coming to you.
Please share this with a friend.
Yeah.
We want the ballet culture knowledge to spread.
Yeah, so this becomes common knowledge amongst all people, not just dancers.
Yeah.
If you like the video, and you really like us, and you have not subscribed to our channel already, you know what to do.
And I think that is all from us for now. This is Ballet Rain signing off. Until the next video.
Bye.
So,
Sorry.
you always do.
You never do that. Here we go. We have with us, how many? Or a very much characterized character.
I am so perplexed. That is interesting. Times sure change, hey?
We're just old.